the House GOP under the sway of Netanyahu. Here is Representative Tim Walberg targeting by name a professor of Middle East Studies at the University of Michigan, Juan Cole.
In March, the advisory committee hosted University of Michigan professor Juan Cole to speak on Islamophobia and, quote, anti-Arab and anti-Palestinian biases. Fine. But Cole has made numerous anti-Semitic statements, including claiming that Israel, quote, was founded on a formal racial supremacist principle that Jews must rule the state. And that, quote, the only thing that Palestinians and their sympathizers can do to make Zionists happy is to bend over and allow themselves to be royally screwed. What kind of committee on anti-Semitism invites an anti-Semite like this to speak? And with that, sadly, I end my questioning. I yield back.
Where's the lie?
Yeah, where's the lie? I mean, Juan Cole is a very accomplished professor, and that's the norm now. They've also been smearing professors who've taken part in solidarity encampments elsewhere too, including at Northwestern. What happened at Columbia, where professors there also were thrown under the bus by their president. This is the new norm. This is, and everyone's going along with it. And the media.
Joseph Mossad was called out by
Manu
Shafiq, the president, or she agreed that he was anti-Semitic. One of the only Palestinian professors at Columbia.
And finally, after a week, for the first time, we're seeing the first arrest for the violence against anti-genocide protesters at UCLA, where they were attacked by hooligans, by Zionist hooligans, with wooden batons and by fireworks, literally launching fireworks in the crowd. And finally, they just arrested someone.
Thanks, Sabrina. So last week to CNN, President Biden said that he made it clear that if the Israeli government goes into Rafah, I will not be supplying weapons that have been used historically to deal with cities. Of course, we've seen the Israelis use tanks and urban centers throughout this war, and in the latest arms package, which is now on its way, expected to be approved, and was after Biden issued that statement, is $700 million in tank ammunition. So this statement appears to be false. Is it the Pentagon's assessment that tanks will not be used in the invasion of Rafah?
I think you're significantly oversimplifying things. So what I would tell you to do is to do a little homework on the package that was approved, and that this is long-term sales that will be going to Israel, and the State Department would have more for you on that. In terms of operating within an urban area, the Secretary, the President have been very clear that these type of high payload bombs, the 2,000-pound bombs, it's not necessary to be used in an urban area like Rafah. We are still, and I want to be very clear, we are still providing Israel the means to defend itself against its fight against Hamas, and you are still seeing shipments of weapon systems going to Israel, and will continue to go through. That is a commitment this president has made. But when it comes to that one shipment is paused.
Okay, but in the shipment that is not paused is $700 million in tank munitions, and are you saying that I can read the Biden quote again? I just read it to you.
You don't have to.
Okay, but he said
to be clear that if they go into Rafah, they haven't gone into Rafah yet. If they go into Rafah, I'm not supplying the weapons that have been used historically to deal with Rafah, to deal with the cities, to deal with that problem.
we're not going to supply weapons that have been historically used in cities. Are you saying tanks haven't been used in cities in Gaza?
I would direct you to the State Department for more on the sales. That has to do with sales to Israel. I just don't have that in front of me.
Okay, so we are providing.
I'm going to move on to the next question.
And she punts really nasty. She punts to the State Department because they do the arms licensing.